voice in the group. "You know what Brian needs?" she said, grinning at my coworkers. "A little chaos. He's like a walking instruction manual." Everyone laughed, unsure if it was safe not to. I smiled politely, trying to steer it back to light conversation. But she wasn't done. She poked my chest with her fingernail. "Come on, show them you have a pulse." I put my drink down. "Amber, don't do that." "Oh, relax," she said. "I'm teasing. They know it." I looked at the faces around the table. They didn't know what to do with their eyes. I said, calm but firm, "Jokes are fine until they start costing respect. Knock it off." The laughter stopped. Amber tilted her head, half amused, half annoyed. "See? That's what I mean. You're too serious." "And you're crossing a line," I said, standing. "Enjoy the night. I'm leaving." "Wait, you're leaving me here?" "I'm leaving the behavior," I said. "You can ride home with Mia or call a cab." The last thing I saw before walking out was her stunned expression, caught between embarrassment and defiance. At home later, the silence hit like a clean wall. Amber came in around midnight. She didn't speak. Neither did I. That night, I realized something important. When someone laughs at you long enough, they stop seeing you. And when they stop seeing you, you either stay invisible or you stand up. I'd just done the second. The next evening, she acted like nothing had happened. She opened a bottle of wine. "You really made a scene last night," she said. "Walking out like that?" People were talking. I was at the sink, rinsing a plate. "They were talking because you made me a joke," I said. "Oh, come on," she said. "It was just fun. Everyone knows I tease you because you're too serious." I dried my hands and turned toward her. "Teasing is fine when it stays kind. What you did wasn't teasing. It was disrespectful." She rolled her eyes. "So, now I can't even joke with my husband?" "You can joke," I said. "You just can't mock. There's a difference." Amber crossed her arms. "You sound like a policy manual already. This is exactly why people think you're uptight." "Then let me make it clear," I said, keeping my tone level. "No more digs in public. No jokes at my expense. No side-eye or eye rolls when I speak. If you start, I'll end it by walking away." Her face tightened. "Rules now?" "They're not rules," I said. "They're boundaries. I'm not here to be your punchline." Amber poured herself another glass, avoiding my eyes. "You really can't take a joke, can you? I'm just trying to bring you to life a little." "Peace doesn't mean lifeless," I said. "It means I can breathe." She shook her head and tried to change the subject. "We have dinner with the Millers on Saturday. Don't make it awkward." "I won't," I said, "as long as you don't make me a prop again." She laughed once, short and sharp. "You're unbelievable." I picked up my jacket from the chair. "Maybe, but I'm done being the entertainment." I left her standing in the kitchen, trying to decide if she'd just lost a round or something bigger. By Monday, things were polite on the surface. We spoke about groceries, bills, the weather, nothing that mattered. Then, at lunch, my phone buzzed. One of my coworkers had tagged me in a post. Amber had uploaded a short clip of me at my desk from the night before, tapping away on my laptop. The caption read, "Life with a spreadsheet. Wish me luck." The comments were predictable. "Spice him up, girl. Take him dancing. Looks like a robot, but cute." Amber had liked every single one. That night she was chopping vegetables when I walked in. "Nice post," I said. She smiled without looking up. "It was funny. People loved it." "Yeah," I said. "They loved watching my privacy turned into a punchline." She set the knife down. "You're overreacting. It's harmless." "No," I said. "It's another version of the rooftop. Same crowd, bigger audience." She gave a small snort. "You take yourself way too seriously." "I take respect seriously," I said. "Since we're apparently broadcasting our marriage, I'm setting new terms." She frowned. "What now?" "We're separating finances. I opened a new account. I'll transfer my share for bills and mortgage, but anything extra, you handle yours, I handle mine." Her face twisted. "That's ridiculous. We're married." "Then start acting like it," I said. "If you want to test me, pay for the experiments yourself." She leaned on the counter, glaring. "You're punishing me." "I'm protecting myself," I said. Amber laughed once, brittle. "You think this will last? You'll get tired of this act." "I'm not acting," I said. "I'm done negotiating for basic respect." Her eyes flicked to the floor. For the first time, she didn't have a comeback. The next morning, she didn't say goodbye before leaving for work. By the weekend, I'd started spending more time at Leonard's garage. He ran a small repair shop on the edge of town. Working there after hours felt cleaner than any conversation at home. Saturday evening, I was helping him replace a brake line when Amber's car rolled in. She stepped out in heels and perfume, way too dressed for an oil-stained floor. "There you are," she said, voice carrying through the whole shop. "Fixing cars now? Trying to feel manly?" Leonard wiped his hands on a rag and gave her a polite nod. "Evening, Amber." She ignored him and looked at me. "What's the plan, Brian? Join a biker gang?" I straightened, keeping my tone flat. "Just helping a friend." "You're avoiding your wife," she said, circling the workbench like she owned the place. "You can't run away every time someone teases you." Leonard's voice cut through the tension. "Maybe stop teasing then." Amber shot him a glare. "Excuse me?" He shrugged. "You keep poking him. Don't act surprised when he steps back." She let out a sharp laugh. "Wow, you've got everyone believing you're the calm hero now. Congratulations." "Amber," I said, "we're not doing this here." She folded her arms. "You're really choosing this dusty garage over me?" "I'm choosing peace," I said. For a second, something cracked in her expression. Then she masked it with a smile that didn't reach her eyes. "Fine. Enjoy your peace." She turned. Leonard watched the door close. "You okay?" "Yeah," I said, exhaling. "She's just losing the audience." He nodded once, went back to work, and we didn't speak about it again. That night, Amber's car was there, but she wasn't waiting up. Whatever we were building, she'd already stopped helping. 3 nights later, I came home from work and saw an envelope sitting in the center of the kitchen table. My name was written across it in her looping handwriting. Next to it, a note. "Maybe this will wake you up." Inside were printed divorce papers. Not official, just a template from some legal website. Half the blanks weren't even filled in. I stood there for a minute, reading every line. I wasn't angry. I was just tired. Tired enough to believe her bluff. So I grabbed a pen from the drawer and signed where my name belonged.